Welcome to the Nordic Mythology podcast. I'm Daniel Farrand, owner of the company Horns of Odin, and I'm joined by, as always, by Dr. Mathias Nordvik.
Hello everybody and welcome to the show. We are sitting here with Lindy-Fay Hella from Vadruna and Lindy and Fay Hella. Fuck. Let me just.
Yeah, you're right on. It's okay, Fay Hella, so you said it. Yeah, Fay Hella. It's a west coast of Norway dialect.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, being Danish is just like de fane.
Yeah, but it means the same, so you can say it like that, no problems.
I mean, and being a Brit, I'd butcher it no matter what. So, Fay Hella.
Yeah, it's a little more embarrassing that I do it though.
Oh yeah. I have to ask, what does it mean?
It means actually those who have gone.
Oh.
So it can be those who have gone forever, it can be those who have gone to work, but it means literally those who are not here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a complete solo project? Or is
it started as a solo project. So I was doing the idea was that because I've been doing all this. I lost my synth and my organ in a moving process some years ago. And since I'm a bit lazy on gathering new stuff, I was just but okay, no, that's lost. What can I do now? I just use my voice. So I was planning to do this a cappella album, but then again I got a bit curious. What will these songs sound like if it's other musicians on it? So that's how it started. So the first album I did is kind of solo because all the songs were already there.
Yeah.
And of course the arrangements I worked with another musician. So I said, do your free stuff on this, but of course I was the producer in a way, But I let them have every musician that was in. It was like having their own ideas on how the music was going to be. But with Fay Hella, that is a collaboration because it started as a live band. I needed a live band, and we just started to make new things on the rehearsals just immediately. So I was thinking, yeah, why not? It's fun to make stuff together with others. I discovered once again. Yeah.
Do you enjoy having more of? Do you get more of an input in the creation process than with Vadruna?
Yeah, of course, because this is kind of where I have the last saying always. But I love being with Vadruna. I think me and Aina I love working with Aina. We've been working together with for many years, and also, it's a totally different way of working with me. But then it's more like I get his instrumentals that is already recorded, and then I can sometimes he has melodies that is, or can you do this melody? But also sometimes it's, can you come up with something here, and then I just know what the song briefly is about, and then try to tune into that atmosphere.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it not a new thing that you have two female voices now?
It is because I have done a lot of choir.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have a female voice extra live, because there are a lot of layers that I do on the records. Yeah. Cool. Because I like to do choirs. Yeah. So that is already there on the records. Yeah.
So it makes it easier.
So it should be. It should be a female voice additional on concerts. Yeah. And now finally we have that. So yeah.
I feel like you hear the difference. You feel the difference. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, obviously we got to watch you perform yesterday.
Yeah.
It was as amazing as ever. What's it like to be back here, I guess? It's such a special place for everyone.
It's a very special place. And the weird thing is that suddenly I noticed all the oak trees. I didn't see those last time I was here. That was the first thing that, what? All these trees, like oak trees. I feel it's a very special place.
Yeah.
And I could also see it seems like people are enjoying a lot to be here.
Yeah.
Like it's a good kind of, what do you call it in America, vibe? going
Yeah,
on?
it's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, it is, and you can feel the difference. For me personally, you can feel the difference in the concert. Like I saw you in Manchester, and it was in a very inside, in a much kind of smaller, enclosed capacity.
Yeah.
Obviously, like say, it was an inside show,
Yeah.
and then to see it outside in what I feel is more of like your natural environment, is that kind of the open air.
Yeah.
It felt a lot more special for me.
Yeah, it's I can understand that, because although I love to have concerts and try to tune in, but where it is, you just have to be in that place and do your thing in that place. You are just, or I do at least, and I think the others also in the band. But of course, it makes it very much. You get a lot when you can see the trees, like I did there, like. You see a bunch of nice-looking trees right in front of you.
Yeah.
That kind of helps.
Do you get a feel of the mount, like where we are? Because obviously I think Aina pointed out earlier when we spoke to him, the stage is now facing the mounds. It all feels like everything's kind of connected. Do you get that sense on stage as well?
Yeah, I do, because I do personally. I believe in I don't have the words for it, but I believe in energies, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I didn't know that the stage was facing these mounts actually, but it makes sense for me because it felt like something of a strong presence from something else. Yeah.
And you could feel it from the audience, I think, as well. But that was also the anticipation of this being put off for several years, and then that release of and the way you guys connect with the audience is special.
That's very obvious. We were talking about this before when we were talking with Aina. You see so many people in the crowd who are having what I would describe as, or it looks like at least, religious or spiritual experiences when they're standing there in the crowd, and it's really amazing to see how they connect with your music when you're performing.
Yeah, it is special, but maybe also that is because, in a way, maybe people it's allowed to do that.
Yeah, it's accepted, right?
It's accepted. Yeah, it's accepted. So that's a really nice thing to see also for us. So,
but does that put extra pressure on you though, to knowing that everybody's connected so much? Does that?
Actually, it doesn't, because it's a very honest thing, and honesty is something that I don't feel scary at all. It's worse if. But not that it has been, but if it was like you have to pretend something, or you have to, then I would struggle a lot. Yeah. But this is honest feelings, and it's honest, and I don't feel, I know that we are honest with what we do, so it's, I feel it's comfortable, it's comforting.
It's very obvious that you all bear yourselves and are very open and honest on the stage, and that's reciprocated back, I think, through everyone. And we get the beautiful music from the stage.
I think it's Eivor, isn't it?
Eivor,
yeah, that's Eivor, absolutely.
That's not a bad thing to have in the background.
No, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
So there must be a big difference between playing with Vadruna and then playing with Defana.
Of course.
So there must be a huge difference.
It's a huge difference. But that's exciting for me. So, and I knew that beforehand that it would be a huge difference, because with us I do not even try to make something similar to Vadruna, because for me that wouldn't be art history. It wouldn't be a challenge. So I knew that we will have a much smaller audience, which we have a much smaller audience. This for now, but that doesn't bother me one bit. It's about doing what you love and just creating stuff with other creative people. And I feel lucky that we have been able to have concerts with this project. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's always important to, you can love two things at the same time. You can love being with, some people may like, oh, you're doing this other thing and just, but people are capable of having two loves and loving them both, and they can be completely different things. And you're just like, I absolutely love being with Vadruna, but I like my own creative freedom over here as well, I guess. And
but that's also the reason I'm in Vadruna in the first place, is because Aina heard me at I have a duo with Arne Sandvold, which is doing all this, and we have an electronical project together that we had since the 90s. It's called, where I'm playing synths and organ, and he also plays this, but it's called Ulland Genser. We have never released anything, but we have a couple of videos of that. But Aina just happened to be, and that's very different music also. He was at the concert, one of our very few concerts in Bergen. And then he decided, he told me that she is going to be in the band no matter what. And then, which I'm happy, of course, that he asked. And then at one point he said, but I need someone that can be like handling a lot of instruments. I said, of course, but you have to use Arne then, because he is a multi-instrumentalist then. So that's just, I think if you're a musician or a creative person, it doesn't matter if you do a lot of different stuff, because you have your own style anyway. So
isn't it funny how the world works? That's what happens. You can just be playing with your band, and then
and someone like Aina shows up and is like, I need you in the band.
I think it's amazing how the world works in these ways, that you can be on one direction one day, and then the smallest thing can happen and just
shift.
Because maybe if you weren't there playing that concert at that time, maybe you wouldn't have taken the trajectory you did. Maybe
it's a coincidence, I guess. Or maybe not. No, it's
could be somewhere completely different as well.
No, but it's what can I say? I feel lucky. I feel lucky to be in.
That's a good place to be.
It's a very good place to be.
It's luck, but it's also the talent and the hard work. It's never always luck, because you were there, because you were performing and you were out doing what I think everybody needs to do, is getting out there and working and doing, performing, doing concerts, and then somebody walks past it like Aina. So
I think honestly, I think no matter what you do, if you give, you can't give halfway into, then it will never work, I think. But no matter, it can be which style or which work or whatever it is, if you do like full on your best, it will reach to some kind of level.
Absolutely, I think not even just with yourself. I think even with me, I started out training as a plumber, and then I took this path where I bought a drinking horn, made a drinking horn, then met Mateus and started doing the podcast. It's like these weird branches off, but
hey, I started by flunking out of 9th grade, and now I'm a professor.
You started by making drum and bass. You were making knockoff drum and bass.
No,
that's what it was.
That came after the flunking. My brief drum and bass career. You love bringing that up.
Oh, I do. I'm never going to forget that.
You had a drum and bass career?
No, that was never a career.
He apparently made some drum and bass.
I was fiddling around with Fruit Loops or whatever it's called.
I remember that.
Been making drum and bass for a while.
He says he can't find them, but I think he's got them.
I have them
You've got
somewhere.
them plaqued at home.
Then I bring them out once in a while and dream about my when I was 17.
What could have been if only the drum and bass equivalent of Aina had walked past? Just walked past unheard.
Who would that be?
I was never into the drum and bass scene, so I have no idea.
But now, since we are on the topic of cheesy and or embarrassing music taste, you like Kiss.
I do. Is that a problem? Is that a problem?
No. Actually, okay, then it's a fun fact, because the father of my oldest son, really nice guy. We just were too young when we got, but super nice guy. He has written books, and he's known in Norway for being a kiss specialist.
Okay.
So he has
I'm not that much of a fan.
we took a figurine of all the kiss and traveled around on holidays and stuff, and made like these nice photos. And actually, it went what do you call it? Book company.
Okay.
Actually released it, published it. Yeah.
I love this. That's great.
So,
Kiss have their place. Sometimes you just want to listen to a little bit of glam rock.
I don't know the feeling, but okay, man. You do you.
but you know, there's one album they have that I actually love. One, and that's the Elder, which which is called that, right?
I'm not a Kiss expert, I promise.
Yeah, no, because it's like a medieval, like Krista, my former boyfriend, he said that that's most people hate it. He loves it.
Okay.
But it's not a classical Kiss album. It's like they started to do this medieval kind of style into the music. It's one album that is
doing medieval style. I am gonna have to.
Yeah, you have to listen to that.
Yes,
I absolutely love it. I think it's
Next time you come on the podcast, you'll have your face painted and everything.
Oh hell yeah!
You'll be like Star Child.
A big black star, right?
Yeah, that's But who are your favorite Kiss? Because the star is also.
Is it Star Child? I think.
I love that.
And then there's the cat.
Yeah.
And I don't know the other ones. Maybe. No, I don't. Okay, so you got to perform with Lindy-Fay Hella here. How was that? You on the?
Yeah, we had our challenges on changeover, you know, short changeover and stuff. But then we had, I would say, we had a great concert anyway. Like, and towards the end, it felt fabulous.
Is that you kind of found your feet and got into it and really built up and?
Yeah, and you know, I think also, again, the audience were super handsome and nice, and they were
Good. That's what's important. Do you get? I can't imagine what's the because obviously it must be a big difference in setup, and like you said, you had challenges at the start with like this. Just the setup must be so much different from what you're used to with Warduna, and then like everything's.
It is, but at the same time, you know, because I've done this electronic music, that's how I started many years ago. I've done that for many years. That is what I'm used to in the first place.
Yeah.
And then I've adjusted also used to Vadruna now because I've been there like 15 years or something. So it's the other way around.
Okay.
So this is what I'm really used to.
Yeah,
From back in the 90s, I'm always started to be an old lady, you know. So it's like I've been actually in this band since in the early 90s.
So you don't turn into a giant diva and boss everyone around and do everything.
I will. You tipped me on that. Maybe I should do that.
You should definitely have like I need a set temperature in this room. It has to be like I don't know 30 degrees Celsius or something like that.
Or even a set temperature outside. really cut their work out for them. So they have to have all these fans on you and. I'd be such a bastard if I was famous.
Oh no, Dan! please no.
I'm very disappointed that I never get a wind machine then. That is something I miss a lot. A wind machine, I can have wind in my hair and stuff. Why can't I have it when everybody else has it?
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could get it. We will make sure. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah. But it was nice talking to you
this
again.
Is fun.
Yeah,
You're welcome
super fun.
anytime. Yeah. Oh, and I said this to Aina. Obviously, the last song you played yesterday, Helvegen, Aina said what it's about and about the kind of passing and that thing.
Yeah.
I spoke to you a little bit about kind of recent events, and I want to thank you for playing the song. It was
thank you so much. I was thinking about you actually.
Yeah, it was very touching in the moment. It was, I had a good experience and it kind of helped cleanse things. I just said the same to Aina and I wanted to say the same to you. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here we go.